There's nothing like talking golf with two of your best friends.
It looks like I'm a wreck.
But they're not here, so we got Rothman and Scotty Vegas instead.
It's in the hole!
This is the Memorial Show, a show about the memorial from the memorial. Here's your host, Anthony Rothman.
All right. Welcome to Sunday at Jack's house. Anthony Rothman, Scotty Vegas. We'll take you all the way up till 1 o'clock. We'll keep you up to date on the leaderboard. We'll go over the live odds. We'll tell some fun stories, some embarrassing stories, some strange stories. Good to see you, my friend.
Oh, man, Anthony, so much fun. I know this is my 13th year out here at the Memorial Tournament, but for you, I mean, you walk around this place and everyone knows you, and we've had so many memories together, and it's fun that we're going to get another 2 hours to share with on Championship Sunday here with Scotty Scheffler, the number one player in the world with a 4-shot lead.
Yeah, Dublin, Ohio, the epicenter of our world right now for sure, and it's one of these places that people have been coming for generations, I hope. New generations, old generations, and Jack's still stomping around this place, which is great, his entire family. Friday was amazing. First time ever they did the Patriot parachute jump onto the 18th fairway for Folds of Honor. That was something incredibly special, and I hope they do that every year and not just align with the 80th of D-Day. I think they'll do it every year. It's something that Jack and Barbara feel really strongly about, but you're right. So many stories. Some I can tell, some I can't, but I'll tell you what. We have the tourism day of the year right now on a Sunday at Memorial.
Well, I mean, so the talk coming into this week was, moving the tournament back a week, kind of changing up the format, and it being an elevated event where you have less players and all this stuff. But, gosh, I'll tell you, I feel like, Anthony, this has been a Grand Slam week. Like, this has been so much fun. And actually, I think for golf, having this the week leading into the U.S. Open, I mean, there's so much buzz from this week that let's just keep it going for the U.S. Open.
Well, there's a couple schools of thought on that. One, they don't want to disappoint Jack. Two, the money's so big, why would they skip it? But as you guys were saying earlier, it's just not ideal for some guys. And here's the other thing. A lot of times, if you're playing a course in the U.S. Open that mimics Memorial, Muirfield, then you love it. It's a great tune-up. Gets you in that mindset. The problem is going from Muirfield Village to Pinehurst number 2 is completely opposite. This will do nothing for them. And so, no rough there. Like, it's just a completely different place. So that's the only issue I think they might have had, that it's not a true tune-up. But who's going to turn down everything they get here? I'll tell you a quick funny story. I was on my way in. And, I kind of had to count my mind. I thought this was my 30th. It's actually my 31st because you count my first week on the job in 1994 was covering this place. Jack was still playing. And, we've just had so many memories and how the place has been built up and how it's evolved. It's almost like a stadium that's been renovated over the years in a way with all the suites and everything they've done at 18, the clock tower and all that. So I'm pulling in to the parking, and Mr. Erfurt, one of the many, he's been around here forever. In fact, his son shadowed me at Channel 6 back in the day, so I'll date myself. But he was not at the guard shack today, and I did not recognize who it was. And I pulled in, rolled my window down, said good morning, and he looked at me and said, "Go get him today." And I thought, I think he thought I was playing in the damn tournament. So that was maybe a cool moment I've never had. Because I didn't know him, he didn't know me, and I'm like, hey, maybe I just acted as if kind of thing.
Well, you were the media day champ. Why didn't they invite you to play?
Where's that cup? They were shining it up, right. Scotty. Where is it?
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's spectacular out here. And obviously the story going into today, Scotty Scheffler with this 4-shot lead. Now, you and I have
you said you buried the lead. I thought you said the story of the day was Dave Biddle.
Oh, well, that was quite the story as well, which you're talking about parking, and I'm glad because Dave, on his very first Memorial experience, I'm driving behind him. He doesn't realize I'm 2 cars behind him. And he decides, okay, he's got an A-lot pass, like most of us do, but he blows by the A-lot, and he's like, I'm going right into the gates. And so he goes to the front gate here at the clubhouse, and he does not go in the way you're supposed to go in. He actually goes in the exit. And so as I'm pulling in, basically I see security, like this Xterra just blew through, going the wrong way and the one way into the clubhouse. Somebody's got to stop this green Xterra. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Dave Biddle that is driving through the wrong way on a one-way.
He pulled a Scheffler?
Yes.
At Memorial.
Yes. And so security is like, get him. And I'm sitting there.
Swarm.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there at the gate. I'm like, oh, boy, here goes Dave. And I'm thinking, do I call him? Do I, try and walk him through this? And I kind of want to see how this plays out.
You're co-hosting with him. He might be coming to you from jail.
Right. Well, Scotty Scheffler can stretch from jail. I mean, I think Dave can warm up his vocal cords from jail.
I wanted to see that scene where maybe you saw him and then he was cuffed and he looked back at you and said, Scott, can you help me? Or one of those.
And I'll be like, I don't know.
Scheffler did to Darlington.
Yes.
You're like, hey, I'm out of this. All right, well, listen, that's a great first story you'll have now forever.
Exactly.
And he was here and he made it. And
he made it.
Right.
Yeah. First time, though. First time at the Memorial. But all right, let's talk Scotty Scheffler and basically 4-shot lead over Collin Morikawa. You and I, on Wednesday here during Pro-Am Day, gave our picks, and we were in agreement. We thought Collin Morikawa had the best value on the board as far as the pre-tournament odds at 14-1. He is now in the final group. Do you have any confidence that Collin Morikawa can win this tournament today?
So, I have slight confidence. I wouldn't have a lot based on who is in the lead. If it was anybody else, it was Hadwin. If it was anybody else and he was 4 back, you'd be like, absolutely, it's a great spot to be, no pressure. The problem with Scotty is, does he really ever go backwards? Like, that's the point. Like, because if Scotty Scheffler shoots even par today, that means Morikawa on a Sunday has to go out and shoot 68 and get a playoff. Could he do that? Of course he could. What you'd hope for is maybe somebody to stumble a little bit and come backwards. I just don't see that guy putting it in reverse, and that's what I think it's going to take. I don't think anybody can go out there and shoot, a 66 on a Sunday and get into a playoff. His dominance is unbelievable. And if you think about his last 7 events, he won the Arnold, he won the Players again, he defended his title at TPC Sawgrass. He was second at Houston, he won the Masters, he won at Hilton Head, he was 8th at PGA, and he was second at Schwab.
Yeah.
And so that's been his year. If he wins today, it'll be his 5th of the year. Now, he's going to be 28 later this month, 28 years old. When Jack was 27 in 1967, he won 5 times in a year and also won the U.S. Open. So the comparisons are very real. He was if you go all the way back, people are like, where did this guy come from? He was low-am at the U.S. Open in 2017, and since he was low-am at 2017, he's won 2 Masters, and he has 11 top 10s in majors. So he's just one of those guys that kind of was not what you'd say this child 15-year-old that everybody knew was going to make it. He just kind of evolved his game. His short game was not the best. It kind of held him back a little while ago. But his wedges now always dance around the hole. His putting clearly can be hit and miss. But his long game off the tee is so surgical that it just puts everybody in a tough spot.
Okay, I agree with everything you said. But I don't think this thing's over. I really don't. And I've got 3 reasons why for Morikawa. I really still feel like he's got a shot. If you remember back in 2020 when Morikawa came back and won the workday, he was actually significantly behind Justin Thomas on the back 9 and was able to force a playoff and win that thing. And so Morikawa has the course history here that he has played so well. He's coming into this tournament having played really well. We know that. He was in the final group with Scotty Scheffler at the Masters. He was right in there. He played with Xander Schauffele when Xander Schauffele won the PGA Championship. So that's got me thinking that he can pull the comeback. The other thing is, I mentioned this last hour, that 10 guys previously here at the Memorial Tournament have come back from a 54-hole deficit of 4 shots or more. Again, not chasing Scotty Scheffler. That's a little bit different. But there have been a lot of significant comebacks here. The other thing is, last thing, why I have a little bit of confidence in why Collin Morikawa can do this, Anthony, is because Collin Morikawa, we saw yesterday a bogey-free round, right? Mm-hmm. That was very unique. The fact that he was able to come out here and have a bogey-free round. And Scotty Scheffler had a triple bogey on 9. He had multiple bogeys. And so in my mind, if he can play a steady round and shoot 68 again and hope Scotty does have a pedestrian round, he can do it and maybe get into the playoff.
Well, I agree with a lot of that. And doing the math, you'd have to have Scheffler with an even par worse today. You'd have to have it in my mind. here's where I'll kind of double down on what you're saying, because I do like what you're saying, and I hope we get it. I hope we get something on the back nine where he is within 2 shots or something, and you could get a swing. Remember the swing we had yesterday? Adam Hadwin goes to 5, makes eagle. Remember, Scotty has a 5-shot lead. It's 11-6, 11 under and 6 under. Scotty bogeys, goes to 10. Hadwin eagles, goes to 8. That thing shrunk to 3 right away. And we are 2,
right.
And we had a tournament again until we didn't. But here's the thing I'll add to your Morikawa. In round 1 at Valhalla, he made 5 birdies in a row. He also went 6 under through a 9-hole stretch in round 2. He has that ability to light that fire and just go crazy. So it's not impossible to think that if he goes on a little bit of a birdie tear like he did at Valhalla, he could at least get within shouting distance. 4 shots for the number 1 player in the world, as dominant as he is, that's almost in a half a lap lead in a race. And he'd have to almost have engine trouble for somebody to track him down.
Sure. Yeah, but that's the beauty of golf betting, right? I mean, this isn't like the NBA where, gosh, you have a 20-point lead in the 4th quarter and trying to come back. To me, this is, again...
That's easier, I think.
Yes.
Actually.
It is an easy a situation where you see huge comebacks in the NBA. But in my mind... If you can get game pressure on Scotty Scheffler on the back 9, right, that's where I think we can see. And that's what happened with Colin Morikawa in 2020 with Justin Thomas, where he just was chipping away, got the lead down to 3, got to 2, got to 1, and then made a couple huge putts late and ended up winning that tournament. And by the way, at that time, Justin Thomas was at the top. Like, he was right at one of the elite players when he blew a 4-shot lead on the back 9 of Morikawa.
We'll see. I mean, it's not like it's going to get crazy, windy hurricane out here. It's not like some sort of Mother Nature big wand is going to come and wave it for somebody else. That's the issue. What is Morikawa right now?
10-1.
He's 10-1.
Yep.
So a little history lesson on Wednesday night. He was 14-1 before the tournament started. So, you lost a little value, but not a ton. It's because of the guy that's in the lead. But that stretch I told you about at Valhalla, 5 birdies in a row and 6 under through a 9-hole stretch. That's world-class kind of stuff. Could he do it out here? I don't know. I think listening to Morikawa, this isn't about trying to catch Scotty Scheffler through 9 holes. This is about being patient, getting your chances, and burying your chances. But I'm just doing the math in my head like you do, and I do feel Scheffler somehow would have to shoot even or worse today to not win this tournament.
What's funny is I asked you a percentage chance that Scheffler wins this, and you said the exact same number as what went into my head is a 90% chance.
But we're a little higher than Vegas, I think, because, when I first woke up this morning, I thought I saw him minus 450, which implies about an 82% winning percentage. You said he's up to minus 550, so we're at about 85%.
That's right.
So you or I are even higher. Now, maybe we're kind of prisoners of the moment. We're in here. He has dominated. I just reminded at the end of your show with bids, I reminded everybody, I've been out here walking, and everybody saying, oh, wow, this guy never makes a mistake. That's wrong. He has made mistakes. He's just so good he can make up for them. And you saw it. I mean, for him to hit my Irish golfer, Rick O'Shea, out of bounds at 9, and then get knocked down by a tree, and then make a 7 there. I mean, Nicklaus said, by the way, I'll give you a quick one on Nicklaus, because I heard you talking about this earlier. He's on the broadcast yesterday. And this is why I have this love affair with this tournament and the founder. Because when Trevor Immelman and they were talking, they were just glowingly talking about Scheffler, which is right to do.
Yep.
And I think Immelman said, he just has no weaknesses. You know what Jack said?
Overconfidence.
He said, no disrespect, but there can be a weakness. And he goes, and I'm not trying to say this to be disrespectful. It's just so real. And coming from him, it's just so genuinely real. And he said, when you're really that good, the one thing your weakness can be is you can be overconfident. And when you're overconfident, it means you can make unnecessary mistakes, which is about managing your game. When you think you can make every shot from anywhere, that's the biggest weakness of the best in the world. Jack knows it, and he knows that's the only thing that could hold Scheffler back right now. And look what happened at 9.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you said that about Jack, because I thought that broadcast was spectacular with what he was able to say. And again, he's 84 years old, and he gave us the analysis, like the best golf analysis that you could, from the perspective of one of the best players ever, and talking about Scotty.
Here's the other thing, when you're listening to Jack Nicklaus talking, they were asking about what he did with 16 and moving the tee right 25 yards and helping that green slope so it keeps the ball on the green. They asked him, he said, okay, so what do you think of 16? You know what he said live on the air? He goes, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't know yet. Let me see. Let me take all the information in, the analytics. He didn't try to fake an answer because he redesigned it and said, oh, well, now it's perfect. He didn't say that. And so he's so conscious of making sure that the best in the world, that he's listening to them. And a guy like that usually doesn't have to listen to anybody, but it's his tournament. He wants them to love it. He wants them to think it's a great challenge, one of the best on tour, and he wants them to keep coming back. And so I think he's checked most of the boxes.
Yeah, I agree with you. And this is going to be a fun show, the Memorial Tournament special. We are going to hear from some of the volunteers that make it so special throughout the show. Over 3,000 volunteers. We're going to get into the betting angle of the Memorial Tournament and so many more fun stories. This is the Memorial Tournament special.
Whatever you're doing right now, just know that Bo Bishop is enjoying a sip of bourbon, even if this promo is playing in the morning. No judgment.
Ah, sweet morning drinking.
The Fan.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments, so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Diamonds Direct has done it again. This month only, get ready for an offer you can't resist. Buy a natural diamond engagement ring of 1 carat plus and receive a free natural 1 carat diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right, a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Imagine giving her the ring of her dreams and her wedding gift all at once. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet will not last long. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Now at Menards, save big money on everything for building outdoor projects. Shop our huge in-stock selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber, decking, and fencing. Our drive-through lumber yard makes loading up on big savings easy. Plus, get free estimates fast using our deck and fence design programs in-store or on Menards.com. Start planning your outdoor lumber projects today at Menards and save big money.
Save big money at Menards.
This is Paige, owner of Awaken 180, with a buzz term for you, GLP-1. The buzz part doesn't mean GLP-1 isn't important. Quite the opposite. GLP-1 is a crucial hormone produced in our gut that regulates blood sugar and appetite. Basically, it helps control our weight. The buzz is because pharmaceutical companies are positioning medications as your only treatment option. But that's not true. Losing weight with Awaken 180 already supports GLP-1 function, and we're now introducing GLP-1 Balance. GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180 addresses the root causes of weight issues by focusing on nutrition, gut health, and sleep. By addressing these areas, your body naturally balances GLP-1 levels, making weight loss easier and more sustainable without lifelong medications or side effects. If you're curious about GLP-1 Balance and how it can work for you, talk with us. Find us online at awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken 180, your long-term solution for weight loss.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, what's up, Buckeye Nation? It's Cardale Jones. Join me Saturday, July 20th at Huntington Park for the Smiths Cardale Jones charity softball game presented by Monogram Homes and the U.S. Air Force. Come check out former Buckeye greats take on this year's current Buckeye stars such as Emeka Ibuka, Jaden Ballard, and many more. Come see and meet the Buckeyes before they hit the field this fall. Gates open at 5 p.m. Contests and prizes all night long. Home run derby at 6:30 and the game to follow. Tickets available at BuckeyeCruise.com. Why picnic when you can smicknick? Get your $10 tickets now at BuckeyeCruise.com.
Ohio Mulch, Landscape Supply.
All right. Hi, this is Ron Frost with Ohio Mulch, and here's to Ohio Mulch celebrating 40 years of making the community a greener and more beautiful place, one garden at a time. Don't miss out on the opportunities to elevate your outdoor space and to be part of a journey towards the next 40 successful years. Check out our promotions online at ohiomulch.com.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
Hey guys, Andy Katzmer here to tell you about my friends at Game Day Men's Health. You may be hearing a lot lately about the effects of low testosterone, difficulty focusing and sleeping, loss of muscle, and slowdown in the bedroom. I'm here to tell you about Game Day Men's Health, a men's health practice focused on testosterone therapy as well as vitamin therapy, weight loss, and sexual wellness. Their highly trained clinicians will craft a personalized plan to give you back that vitality you've been missing. And treatments are quick. They will get you taken care of in as little as one appointment. Gentlemen, visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan to book your free low T test at one of the 3 convenient Central Ohio locations. While you're at it, check out their other services, like the popular weight loss drug semaglutide and shockwave therapy to promote soft tissue healing. That's GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan. It's time to take control of your health, guys, because every day is game day.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A stray shower possible this afternoon, otherwise decreasing clouds with highs in the mid-70s. Overnight, patchy fog developing as the sky clears, lows in the mid-60s. Mostly sunny on Monday with highs in the mid-80s. And then upper 80s, hot for Tuesday with an isolated shower or thunderstorm. I'm meteorologist Mike Joyce on 97.1 The Fan.
Broadcasting live from Muirfield Village, this is the Memorial Show with Anthony Rothman and Scotty Vegas. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Welcome back to the Memorial Tournament Special. Scotty Vegas with Anthony Rothman, and we are joined now by a very special person, Marcy Williams, who is the volunteer captain and Nationwide Children's Hospital delegate, one of over 3,000 volunteers. It's an incredible thing that you guys and the volunteers do. Welcome, Marcy, and thank you. Tell us a little bit about what you do and your volunteer history.
Sure. We have 3,400 volunteers this year, and we have several that are here for all of the 47 years. So that's we're really proud of that. My history is I just wanted to learn more about golf. I started out with the LPGA Tour as a walking scorer and just kept moving up. I went to the Corn Ferry Tour, and I came here about 20 years ago, so that's how long I've been around here. But we have a lot of really great volunteers that have been around for a while. We have new volunteers that are really excited after they've worked their first day and they come in and tell us their stories. So we love that too. But we'd love to have everybody come out and help us out and volunteer and help us hit our numbers that we need to make everything work. I am also the delegate for Nationwide Children's Hospital this year. As a captain, but my areas that I am the captain of are I have the competition support, which used to be ShotLink. I have player evacuation. I have the leaderboards, the status boards, and also the press room.
That's fantastic. So, Marcy, let me ask you, is there anything over the years that you haven't done that you'd like to do out here at Memorial in a volunteer status? You mentioned leaderboard, that's inside. Have you ever been on the real manual leaderboard up here on 18?
I haven't done it here, but I have at other tournaments. I worked in the sandwich factory making sandwiches, which is a lot of fun. I've touched a little bit of everything. I've driven a player to the hotel.
Ooh, which one?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago, and I'm getting old, so it was a long time ago. It wasn't anybody, famous, so no. I guess if I was going to do anything, maybe as a volunteer, I'd want to help with putting the holes on the greens or something like that.
Wow, we'll talk to the superintendent and
I
chat.
don't think that's a volunteer position, but that would be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
You really put the holes in the toughest locations, right, Marcy? Like, really make these players have to figure these out.
Sunday pins on Thursday.
Right on the fringe.
Yeah. That would be fun. Or maybe put a couple out there and
there you go.
Have your
shoot at whatever
choice.
pin you want
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
So.
Well, it's an incredible thing. Over 3,400 volunteers. Let me ask you, Marcy, as a captain, as a volunteer captain, how do people get involved? Because I think what we've seen is people want to be involved in such a great tournament and everything. How does someone go about trying to sign up for maybe next year's Memorial Tournament?
Sure. So our registration opens in the first week of March, usually, right around then, and you just go to the website. Go to the website and sign up. There are all the areas that are available are listed. There are things that we do before the tournament as well that you can sign up, but it's just a lot of fun and a lot of great teamwork, and everybody just has a really great time, especially when the weather is the way that it has been this week.
Look at all the people, Marcy, that are here that have paid to be in here, and the volunteers come in and they get to be involved in the tournament. They get the free polo. You know, some of them are signing up for that, right?
Right. The polo, the tickets,
It's a great thing. That's awesome. All right, so your favorite highlight in all your years is what? Do you have a story or something that either strange or cool or something that has stuck with you over the years?
I think the most thing that I have gotten out of all of the volunteering I have done are the people that I meet, the people that are my friends, that are lifelong friends now. I have some that I travel with, and the same people that I always know that I can count on when I'm here this week, and I need somebody to move real quick and get over to a certain spot. I know I can walk up to that volunteer and he's going to say absolutely, or she will say absolutely.
You are the captain.
Yeah, they have to do what I tell them. So.
Well, once again, thank you, Marcy Williams, and representing all of the volunteers that are out here. Just an incredible thing. And so thank you for taking a couple minutes and joining us here on the Memorial Tournament Special. Thanks a lot for that. And so, Anthony, now let's get back into the golf. So today we've got Scotty Scheffler, 4-shot lead heading into the final round. We're seeing some of the early groups already out there on the course. It's a little bit windy, but nothing like what we saw the last 2 days out here. How do you think this tournament and the course is going to play on the final day?
Yeah, listen, we just talked about, we're kidding Marcy about the pin placement. Sunday is fun day when it comes to those pins. And if you've come to the Memorial over the years, you know where they're going to be. On 18, it's going to be back left. You have to kind of throw it back there and hope you have something uphill and not downhill, and the far right on 12 and all of that. There'll be some dicey pins out here. You and I talked about it. I don't. Before the tournament started, Jack said, he thought somebody could get to 12 under. When Scotty was doing his thing, you thought that was easily going to happen. All he's got to do is shoot 2 under, and he gets there. So it's one of the things, and I know I heard you talking about this earlier. I do want this thing to tighten up somehow. Now, when the number one player in the world is running away with, there is some, flash to that because he's been so dominating. People like to see it's almost like a secretariat kind of thing, right? If you're going to win by a couple strokes, why not just win by 8, right, and blow the field away? And I think there are some people that kind of want that to happen, especially with the summer of Scotty, which is what, his kind of vengeance tour based on coming back from Valhalla. But I do want this thing to tighten up somehow. You and I have talked about this. We don't think it's absolutely over. You and I like betting value. We don't love taking the favorite all the time because it's not as interesting. But if you asked me whether or not one of these guys is going to be within 2 shots of the lead with about 5 to play, what are the odds on that? I would say probably in the 40% range. It just doesn't. I keep repeating that he just isn't a guy that goes backwards.
Yeah.
And you kind of need him to. Because you tell me, you said Morikawa's got to shoot 68, and you'd feel comfortable with that he could get in a playoff at 68?
I think 68 might do it. And one thing I like to look at, Anthony, especially with these early groups going off, is kind of the wide variety of scores out there. And we see a lot of over par rounds here early. Like the worst rounds on the course right now are 3 over. We see a 3 over through 2 holes with Eckroat, and Cam Young is 3 over through 10, and Cam Davis is 3 over through 8. So those are kind of the worst scores. But then you see some guys are starting out relatively hot. So you see Denny McCarthy who was obviously in the playoff here recently. He's 2 under through 3. You see Alex Noren on the course at 2 under. So you're seeing the huge variety between -2 under through the first few holes, and then you see some guys at 3 over. So I like to see the variety when I'm kind of handicapping a final round. And, you know, as far as Sunday goes, we know that the pressure of the back 9 is significant, but we also know that Scotty Scheffler has been through it so many times. It's not like you're chasing down a Denny McCarthy who's in the lead. You're chasing down number 1.
He's a birdie machine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference, is that you kind of go through his performance of the week, and could I find something that he didn't, like, excel at this week? Like maybe, you know, sand saves or whatever, or maybe his scrambling isn't top 10. But you start looking at the guy that's hit the most greens, you know, in regulation at Memorial this week, and it's no surprise it's Scotty Scheffler. And so that's the difference. He gives himself a lot of looks. You know, he's number 1 in shots gained approach the green. He's number 1 in, you know, shots gained in his total. He's greens and reg. He's number 1. I said he's 74%. And so that's the trick to all of this is, can he have a very average day putting today and give a guy a chance? Because if he shoots 1 or 2 under, it's over.
We have a lot of friends listening in on their way to the course. You've been out here 31 years. I want to get your tip on your top 3 suggestions on where people should go to watch the golf. What holes, what tee boxes, where should people go? Let's get into that next. This is the Memorial Tournament Special.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When it comes to your roof, there's only one team to call, and that's the team at Newman Roofing. They're professionals. They'll be with you to support you throughout the whole process from the first phone call to the end. You'll work with their great team, so go check them out. Newman Roofing, the company you can trust. 614-NEW-ROOF or newmanroofing.com.
It was spring of 2011. Eco Plumbers were just 4 years old. It's 7-ish p.m., and my sister is at her daughter's soccer game.
And I had my tablet in the bleachers with a Magic Jack USB stick.
Magic Jack was cutting edge back then.
Being able to schedule customers for the next morning service right from the bleachers was awesome.
It was this neat hack that let us provide after-hours, in-house call answering, and scheduling back when no other plumbers did that.
Now we run calls as late as 9 p.m. and we'll answer your call 24/7. You can even schedule online.
We always leverage technology to come through for you when you need us to.
Take EcoFi clean-in checks.
Advanced software, sensors, and tablets show the health and efficiency of your system.
And possible trouble spots.
Before we start the cleaning and maintenance, so you can see the before and after improvements for yourself.
Anyone can use technology,
but only Eco Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians use it to constantly upgrade their ability to serve you.
At geteco.com.
This is Kelly Burris, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We run a lot of ads about our firm, but often we don't discuss the resources Cordell & Cordell has available for men facing divorce. We provide many webinars and town halls on YouTube that contain a wealth of information, including our Men's Divorce podcast. Visit cordellcordell.com/resources for the latest news and to download our guides.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause instead,
we got 7.
And here's our number 1.
Sunny Street Cafe, a bright spot for breakfast and lunch.
Now with 8 locations.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube. Watch us live or on demand by searching 971 The Fan. Which fan host will awkwardly scratch their privates? Let's find out together. Find us on YouTube, The Fan.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. So give your friends something to look at and make this a summer to share and save with a capable Kia SUV like the Sorento, Sportage, Seltos, or Telluride, or a powerful sedan like the fun-to-drive Forte, each backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. And for a limited time, get 1.9% APR for 48 months for well-qualified buyers and $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged 2024 Sportage and Sorento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Financing for 24 to 48 months from Kia Finance, subject to credit approval for purchase of a new 2024 Sportage or Sorrento. Excludes hybrids and PHEVs. $21.65 per month per 1,000 financed at 48 months. 1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged models must be applied as down payment. Must take delivery by 7/8/24. Limited inventory. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for details.
Are you experiencing brain fog or difficulty building muscle? Feeling irritable and lacking energy? It might not be just your busy lifestyle. Many men worldwide suffer in silence from low testosterone. But there's hope. Introducing testosterone replacement therapy from Precision Health and Wellness. Imagine waking up with renewed vigor and confidence. Visit ChoosePrecisionHealth.com or call now to schedule a consultation. Reclaim your vitality today with testosterone replacement therapy from Precision Health and Wellness.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Meet Abdul Mahmood, problem gambling counselor at Maryhaven.
More and more people are falling into problem gambling. It can happen so quickly that you don't realize it until you face a crisis. Gambling issues often connect to depression, anxiety, or other addictions. Maryhaven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
97.1 The Fan. Memorial Leaderboard Update.
Good morning from Jack's Place. I'm Jeff Bidoff with the Memorial Leaderboard Update. We're still a couple hours away from tournament leader Scotty Scheffler teeing off after yesterday's round of 1 under par 71. Scheffler's at -10 as a 4-shot lead over Colin Morikawa, Sepp Straka, and Adam Hadwin. This is his 4th appearance here at the Memorial for Scheffler. He's finished 3rd twice and 22nd once. He's looking for his 5th win of the season. Today, Denny McCarthy and Alex Noren are 2 under today. They've jumped up 9 spots on the board to tie for 22nd. McCarthy is through 3. Noren's 2 under through 5. Corey Connors 2 under today through 6 holes. He's 2 over and moved to a tie for 32nd. Justin Thomas is on the 9th hole. He's 1 under for the day after a birdie on the 5th. He's tied for 39th. This Memorial Leaderboard Update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit them at bmifcu.org.
You're listening to The Memorial Show with Anthony Rothman and Scotty Vegas. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
All right, hanging out here at Memorial on a Sunday. No better place in our world. Scotty Scheffler, Colin Morikawa, the final group will go off at 1:35. And we'll be following them around. It'll be outstanding.
Okay, here's what we got to get into, Anthony. 45 years of experience out at the Memorial Tournament between you and I. I need from you, for everybody who is coming out to the tournament today, I need your 3 favorite places to watch the action.
Let me ask you, okay, so you said action. That was the key word there.
Go 3 to 1.
Because when you said what's the best place to be, that can be motivational for a lot of different people, right? If you're coming out here to people watch, if you're coming out here to drink, if you're coming out here to eat, relax, be in the shade, be in the sun, be a part of it all. Like if you have kids and you want them to get autographs, like there are so many different places that you can go. As far as action is concerned, it doesn't matter what year it is, something fun always happens at 14. It's the toughest shortest par 4 in the world. It's the toughest one. And you saw what Schauffele did the other day when he hit it right of the creek and came back over in the sand and hold it. Tiger made a living out there at 14. They should have a plaque out there just for him. And the chip-ins there are legendary. Certainly has him at 16 as well. So 14's number 1.
Okay.
It's number 1 for action because you can see 15T now, and you can look at 14. If you're not lucky enough to be in one of the suites or at the Bears Club or you can. 14's outstanding. The next one would have to be, and this is too obvious and very logical, you have to be what I call at Broad and High. Broad and High is right here at 18.
Yep.
Right here, after the tunnel, right there. It's the most action, the TV tower above you, 18, that's where you want to be. And then the other kind of unsung place where a lot of people go now is that hill at 9. We're sitting on a hill. It's a very theater. It's a bowl. 16 gets an honorable mention. It's got an amphitheater now. You've got the suites around it. When it first was kind of redesigned, because remember, back in the day, back in my day, Scotty, 16 had a bunker in front of it. It was kind of a nothing hole. Jack felt it like it was just a garden variety nothing to get you from 15 to 17. And that's why they redesigned it, and they made it such a strong par 3 finishing hole. So it was one of those things where they get to 16, although Mickelson did a whole lot from the 16 bunker years ago when it was that hole. But it was a garden variety par 3. Guys would just get up there, hit a little bleeder over that trap, if the pin was far right, make your 2 putts and move on to 17. And 17 used to be kind of a gettable par 4. Now it's not. So that's my ranking. It's 14, green. It's 18, high and broad. 9, hill. 16.
Okay, I discovered a new spot that I love this year. This week, actually, was I went down to One Green, and here's what I love about One Green is you can actually see the second shot really well coming in. Let's say you stand about 20 yards, maybe kind of about 20 yards from the green. You can see the entire second shot coming into the green. You can watch the putt on 1, and then you kind of shimmy on over to 2 tee box. And almost everybody is hitting driver off of 2. So you can go right behind the tee box on 2, and I think that the view is spectacular. So I agree with you. I love all the spots that you brought up, but, man, I also, Anthony, have loved going to One Green and 2 tee box. Yeah. Plus, you don't have to walk. You're not hiking like miles and miles out there to get to One Green and 2 tee box. And there's not a ton of people that line up there. So I think that's a hidden gem spot.
It's a pretty tee shot also with the creek on the right, downhill, and all that. Sometimes every now and then, I stumble over to the villas or something like that, and I know I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time, and maybe I just kind of fall asleep on a couch in there in the Sarazen Villa or something like that until the police come and get me. That's another good spot.
Well, we have a wonderful guest now joining us. A perfect lead in there, Anthony. Mike McKee, Director of Club and Hospitality Operations. Mike joins us as we highlight different people around the course that make this place go and do amazing things. And, Mike, I'm told you have stories galore from Anthony. Hey. Some that can be told on air, some that can't.
That's right. By the way, let's get it straight. He doesn't go by Mike. This is John Boy. This is John Boy, and John Boy is, how would I put this? John Boy makes the founder happy. He just figures out a way to navigate him around the grounds and make sure everything is up to par. My friend, it's good to see you.
It's always good to see you, Anthony.
How many years?
This is 25.
Okay, outstanding.
30th tournament. Been here 25 years full time.
All right, so all the hospitality, all that. Now, I know this is you're running the villas, correct?
Yes.
That's a special area over there.
It's a great spot, and close access to the first fairway, and the folks that we bring in that have been Huntington, the city of Dublin, Scott's, and Advanced Drainage Systems have been with us for years.
Awesome. And so now, when it's non-tournament time, the villas, out-of-town guests come in, they fly in, they want to play Muirfield Village, and they do stay out at the villas?
Yeah, national members bringing in their guests. They're allowed to bring 7 guests. So the big thing is the cookout the first or second night after golf, and I have a handful of guys that do that with me. We cook them, we serve them, we get them through dessert, and then let them enjoy their evening. Cigars on the patio, and hopefully not too much wine and alcohol that keeps them from missing that morning tea time.
Absolutely.
All right, Mike McKee, Director of Club and Hospitality Operations. All right, Mike, you got to tell us, for those who have not had the opportunity to be in one of these incredible villas, give us the experience. Tell us what the villa is like. What can people who haven't been in there? What is it like?
It's like a 4-season hotel designed by Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas, and Mrs. Nicholas appointed everything. All the furniture and everything was put into place by her, and she will periodically check to make sure everything's right. They have pool tables upstairs, and that's kind of a funny story. It was supposed to be a maid's room, and Mr. Nicholas came in right after they framed the first one and said, how much room do you need for storage? You already have one downstairs, you have one upstairs, now you're going to add this one. So he started walking around, which is his gift, kind of like routing a golf course, and he said, no, there's room in here for a championship pool table.
Oh.
So he said, we're going to push this back, and we'll have a 4x8 table in every one. So they can play pool at night, and we've had some ping pong tables in there for the President's Cup, and they just have a great time. They have a 20 by 40 patio, screened-in patio on the back. That's where we do dinner, and they just hang out there. But queen-size beds, I think they're 4,600 square feet.
Now, John Boy, when you're not running the villas, I know you're running Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas around, right?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Nicholas the Rocker, our general manager, also handles some of that, but we get him where he needs to go.
The stories you must be able to tell. I've heard a few of them. Is there anything in your experience, though, that you would like to share that's been a highlight for you over those 25 years?
I would say the funnest thing for me is the airport runs when we pick him up, because it's usually him and Mrs. Nicholas and the family. So you see him differently. There's, more quaint, and he's a little more open, likes to tell his jokes. And I shared a couple of those with you the other day.
Can we share one of these jokes on air?
Not the one he told me.
No, he told one the other day about an elderly couple who went to the doctor, and I'll try to speed it up, but the doctor said, you're in great shape, but your memories are sliding a little bit, so I would recommend that you guys write stuff down when you're at home. And so he said, they said that would be great. So they got home that night, and the older guy said, I'm going to go get some ice cream. She said, honey, would you get me a bowl? And he said, yeah, what would you like? She said, a bowl of vanilla ice cream. She said, are you going to write that down? He said, no, I don't need to. He said, you just want a bowl of vanilla ice cream. And so she said, how about some chocolate sauce? He said, okay. She said, you better write that down. The doctor said you need to. He said, no, honey, bowl of vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce. And then he turned. She said, how about some whipped cream? He said, perfect. She said, you better write it down. The list is getting kind of long. He said, no, bowl of vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce and some whipped cream. And she said, perfect. So he started to the kitchen. She said, how about 2 maraschino cherries? He said, I got it. So she said, you better write it down. He said, no, I got it. Bowl of vanilla ice cream, chocolate sauce, whipped cream, 2 maraschino cherries. She said, perfect. Comes back 20 minutes later, had a little table there. He set down 2 eggs over easy, hash browns, and bacon. She said, you forgot the toast.
Oh, man.
So he thought that was pretty funny.
Wait, he told that to you, or you told that to him?
He told that to me.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, so
that's awesome, man.
He always leads off the ride with a joke.
Yeah, and what's fun is you get to experience them as a couple outside of the public, and on all the stories you've told and how kind of fun they are as a couple, just kind of ribbing each other a little bit, and kind of Barbara likes Jack. Listen, she's married, perhaps one of the most famous athlete that's ever lived, or one of them, and I think he's very grounded. She keeps him even more grounded.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. We were going one time. We had a big group, and we were headed back to the airport. And they had a couple. They were going to a formal dinner that night, and the couple said, I left my hanging bags in the closet. And I said, oh, no, I got those. They were the first ones out. That was the Saks Fifth Avenue bags, right? She said, oh, that's right. And so he yells back. He's in the front. She's kind of towards the back. He said, Barbara, did you get my hanging bag? She said, no, you're a big boy. You can get your own. And so I said, oh, no, I got it. It's in there. It's on top. And she goes, John boy. She's like, whose side are you on? And so he goes, what? And she goes, whose side is he on? And he goes, mine, of course. So we went about another mile down Riverside, and he was over there sitting in the seat kind of looking out the window, and he kind of chuckled to himself, and he goes, whose side is he on? Mine.
She wanted him to forget it.
Yeah.
She almost wanted to see him forget the tux or whatever, the formal wear. Yeah. You had his back, though, man, like you always had.
And there was another good story where when we were building the rooms above 18, Nicholas came and said, hey, we can't put those porcelain tubs in there. I'm trying to get space for the HVAC units. He goes, I'm going to cut them. He goes, plus I'm going to save like $100,000. They were expensive for these 6 rooms. And so we get in, and he said, I got to cut these tubs. And so Mr. Nicholas said, well, how much do they get used in the other buildings? Nicholas goes, oh, this many times. He goes, well, John Boy runs it. How many times? And I said, they probably get used maybe 20 times a year. And he goes, "Oh, we'll cut them out. If somebody wants to stay over there, they can just get a tub. They can stay in the lodge." So she was like, I wanted those tubs, and I've got to have those gas fireplaces. And it's the only time she's never said goodbye to us when she got out of the van. She just went straight up to the plane. And I looked at him and I said, "Should we start packing up our offices?" And he said, I'll take care of it. So we obviously survived.
Barbara's the boss. She is the boss, man, and she's as lovely as anything. And my man, John Boy, this is a treat for me, man.
I appreciate you guys having me. This was a treat to come see you.
You've done, a miraculous job here. It has evolved over the years with your help and under your watch, and you got your milkshake tie on, and you're looking sharp.
Well, we have an incredible general manager, and Dan's a great leader of the tournament, so it's a great place to be.
Good family.
Spectacular. Thank you again, Mike McKee, Director of Club and Hospitality Operations. All right, when we come back, we're going to update the leaderboard, look at how players are playing that are out early. This is the Memorial Tournament Special.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State Athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Reggie was a nurse for 16 years.
I had become very burnt out. I wasn't making good money.
Then it happened.
There was an ad for My Computer Career, and it just spoke to me.
My Computer Career was the best decision he ever made.
I could study anywhere from my laptop, and I was working in the first couple of weeks of me being in class.
Reggie hit a home run.
The field is teeming with jobs.
Become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
The school is amazing.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hey, what's up, Buckeye Nation? It's Cardell Jones. Join me Saturday, July 20th at Huntington Park for the Smiths Cardell Jones Charity Softball Game presented by Monogram Homes and the U.S. Air Force. Come check out former Buckeye greats take on this year's current Buckeye stars such as Emeka Ibuka, Jaden Ballard, and many more. Come see and meet the Buckeyes before they hit the field this fall. Gates open at 5 p.m. Contests and prizes all night long. Home run derby at 6:30 and the game to follow. Tickets available at BuckeyeCruise.com. Why picnic when you can Smicknick? Get your $10 tickets now at BuckeyeCruise.com.
Hey friends, Brandon Beam here for Truehold. If you had a crystal ball, you wouldn't agonize over when to sell your home. You would just ask these questions. Should I sell when my home's value is sky high? Or wait and hope that the bottom doesn't drop out of the housing market? The thing is, I'm not ready to move. You don't need a crystal ball with Truehold's Sell and Stay program. You can literally sell now and stay in your home as long as you'd like. When you sell your home to Truehold for its best current value, you can fully cash out on your home's equity, and you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Truehold pays property taxes, insurance, and all the maintenance and upkeep, too. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. You can get an offer now while your home's value is sky high and use the money to secure your retirement, pay off bills, or finance your dreams. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's best value without moving. Again, that's Truehold.com.
Hello, friends. The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casinos, the official sports betting sponsor of Common Man and T-Bone. Watch the games, get in on the action, and admire their AstroTurf. It's Man and Bone approved. The Fan.
Whether you're popping the question or ready to say I do, there's only one true jeweler to shop for your one true love. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. As a true jeweler, we not only have luxury designer collections to meet your bridal needs, but we also have talented in-house designers who can create something truly one of a kind. For more than 75 years, our expert staff has been caring for couples just like you and providing the absolute lowest prices guaranteed. Visit the Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or Easton Town Center. The possibilities are endless.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And now, through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off BX23S tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Stop by Bain Welker Equipment in Circleville for a test drive and see their full line of Kubota products. Or visit online at Bain-Welkerkubota.com.
Hey, it's Anthony here, and over the years, I've tried to stay in the fight, keep playing, but every now and then, something gets me, shoulder pain, a knee tweak, a recent bout of golfer's elbow. When the weekend warrior injuries happen, the first call I make is to the specialists at Orthopedic One. I don't mess around. I want the #1 ranked place for orthopedics in Ohio. They've earned the right to be called Central Ohio's most trusted team of orthopedic experts. Get started at orthopedic1.com. No referral needed, but if you want one, I got you.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
A show about the memorial from the memorial. It's the Memorial Show. How many times can I say memorial? Memorial. Memorial. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
All right, back at it, live at Memorial on a Sunday. Oh, this is the place to be. So I've had some questions this week. A lot of people ask me, do sleepers and value picks win the Memorial? Scotty, you and I love value picks. We love picking sleepers. I will tell you this. Over the last 10 years, and what would you define as a sleeper?
Probably 50 to 1 or higher.
So we've had a few, but nothing that big recently outside of Billy Horschel. So last year, you'll ask me what was Victor Hovland. So Victor Hovland was 20 to 1. It's a nice little get if you can grab it. The year before, Billy Horschel, 60 to 1. When Cantlay won it in 21, he was 22 to 1, and so was Rahm in 2020. Cantlay won it in 2019. He was 18 to 1. I was a little surprised at that. I thought Cantlay's value would be a little better than that. I'll give you a little quiz. So I'll give you the last 5. So in 2018, when Bryson won it, what do you think he was?
Probably about a 40 to 1.
Yeah, he was 50 to 1.
Okay.
When Jason Duffner won it in 2017, what was he before
And
the
Duffner
tournament?
was good at that time, right? Like, he's kind of fallen off, but I bet he was probably in the 50.
66 to 1, so
Okay.
not bad. William McGirt in 2016.
Now we're talking long shot. I'm going to go 150 to 1.
200 to 1.
Okay.
And he won the event.
Wow.
2015, David Lingmerth.
Oh, my gosh, real long shot. He won that in the playoff. Didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Give me 250 to 1.
500.
Oh, gosh, could you imagine? A nice little $5 bill on that.
Look in your little book there that you have, your little tournament book there, and you go to 2015. And you can see what he did on Sunday. And
Yep, 69 on Sunday.
And then 2014, Hideki Matsuyama.
Yeah, so that was Matsuyama's first ever Memorial Tournament appearance, I believe, as well. I'm going to go maybe 60 to 1.
Yeah, very close, 66 to 1. So well done. We've seen some huge winners in the past, which is my point. And that's why Nicklaus made those changes on the course in 2021. Horschel, when he was 60 to 1 when he won in 2022, he would definitely qualify as a sleeper, but it just shows you that it can be done here. When I was here in the 90s, it was an absolute who's who. It was Norman and Couples and Singh and Watson. You had to be a future Hall of Famer to win here. And then you had the Bart Bryants and the Lingmers. You had people. It just shows the parity and depth that's on this tour.
Well, I'll give you a perspective with the leaderboard today. So Scotty Scheffler winning in the tournament plus 360. Morikawa was 14 to 1. Sepp Straka, who's 4 shots back, 65 to 1. And then Adam Hadwin, who is 4 shots back, 180 to 1.
Wow. That's nice.
That's your last 2 groups today.
That's pretty good. And what did you say what Oberg was?
He was like 25,
okay.
I believe.
All right. And Xander was about 8?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's your little history lesson here. It's been a wild ride so far, but it's very predictable in that the number one player in the world is right there as your leader. Scotty and I will come back. We'll reset. We'll have a little fun. We'll try to pick some dudes in the U.S. Open, and we'll kind of reset it for you. We are live at Memorial right here on The Fan.
Matty Ice is currently bathing himself in creamy jalapeno dip. And I've officially run out of ways to tease this show. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan.
Today's Muirfield Moment is sponsored by the Waterworks. It was the kind of day Memorial Tournament officials wanted to forget rather quickly, but Golf Magazine described Tom Watson's legendary second round in 1979 as the greatest bad weather round in the history of the PGA Tour. Watson and the rest of the field battled 30-mile-per-hour winds, sideways rain, and a wind chill factor that plummeted to 13 degrees. This was on May 25th. The cut that year was plus 13, and Tom Watson, wearing a knit wool ski cap and a sweater under his rain suit, went out and shot a 69, 3 under par. He managed birdies on number 5 with a 30-foot putt, at number 8 with a 10-footer, and finished the round with a birdie on 18 with an 8-foot putt. He never once made bogey and only missed 2 greens in regulation. Watson, after the round, was quoted as saying, "I got off to a good start and held on for dear life." This Muirfield Moment is sponsored by the Waterworks. From plumbing and drain issues to heating and cooling, the Waterworks is your ace in the hole. Schedule today at thewaterworks.com.
Eliminate carbon and varnish deposits with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9 and get 2 times O Rewards points. In-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every basket, every game, every point, every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar, whether it's a three-pointer at the buzzer to tie the game or a player goes 2 for 2 at the foul line.
Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you experiencing brain fog or difficulty building muscle? Feeling irritable and lacking energy? It might not be just your busy lifestyle. Many men worldwide suffer in silence from low testosterone. But there's hope. Introducing testosterone replacement therapy from Precision Health and Wellness. Imagine waking up with renewed vigor and confidence. Visit ChoosePrecisionHealth.com or call now to schedule a consultation. Reclaim your vitality today with testosterone replacement therapy from Precision Health and Wellness.
When it comes to your roof, there's really one team to call, Newman Roofing. From the first call to the final nail, our team of professionals will be there every step of the way, answering any questions you have throughout the entire process. So give Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause instead,
we got 7.
And here's our number 1.
Sunny Street Cafe, a bright spot for breakfast and lunch.
Now with 8 locations.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jeff Fidoff. Scotty Scheffler had a crazy scorecard yesterday that featured 6 birdies, 2 bogeys, and a triple. But at the end of the round, there he was, 10 under par, leading the tournament now by 4 shots over Colin Morikawa, Sepp Straka, and Adam Hadwin. Scheffler and Morikawa will tee off at 135 today, playing in the final group. Sergei Bobrovsky stopped all 32 shots, and the Florida Panthers defeated Edmonton 3-0 in the opening game of the Stanley Cup Finals. They'll play Game 2 in Sunrise, Florida on Monday. Celtics host the Mavericks in Game 2 tonight at NBA Finals. Boston leads 1-0. You can catch all the action right here on the Fan starting at 7 o'clock. The Reds and Guardians both won yesterday. The Reds defeated the Cubs 4-3 for Cincinnati's 7th straight win. They'll play at 1:40 today. In the series close, the Guardians shut out the Marlins 8-0. They will also play at 1:40 today down in Miami. There was nothing friendly about the U.S. men's soccer team match with Colombia last night. Colombia wins 5-1 in Landover, Maryland. And Dornoch, with 17-1 odds, won the Belmont. Breaking scores and updates when they happen right here on 97.1 The Fan.
Broadcasting live from Muirfield Village, this is the Memorial Show with Anthony Rothman and Scotty Vegas. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
We're set for a star-studded Sunday here at Jack's house. And this place, you might think it's on autopilot, but there are people behind the scenes that make it all look incredibly smooth. And You know, it's kind of a little fraternity there in the old caddy shack.
Oh, yeah.
Right? No drinking, no swearing, no gambling, no bare feet, right? You want to be replaced by golf carts, Scotty, just keep it up. Poor caddying. We can't have that. They don't have it here. Chad Baker is the caddy master. Good to have you, my man.
Thank you, sir.
That's a great title, caddy master.
Is it still that?
We changed it to director of outside operations a few years back.
I like caddy master.
I understand, I guess.
Well, director of outside operations, that could be anything.
Yeah, so you haven't had it to yell at anybody, hey, pick up that blood. You haven't had any.
No, not yet.
Okay. No gumball machines falling down.
Not yet. That's throughout the year. That'll be probably coming August.
And your caddies probably pay a little more than 50 cents for a Coke, I imagine.
Yeah, they do down at the halfway house.
Scotty, Chad started out picking that range out there, and look at him now running the show. Awesome. Congrats on your upward mobility here. You've had a love affair with this place, I imagine.
Yeah, this place has been incredible for all of us. We've got a lot of tenured people here that come back every year. Starts with Nicholas LaRocca all the way up top, and he feeds it down, and he does a heck of a job out here.
How many caddies do you have to have for a summer to feel comfortable?
Right now we've got upwards of 230.
Wow.
We've got 230 caddies on the day-to-day. We're about 80 to 90 that'll go every single day. Some guys will do 36 holes out here. But, yeah, we've got a really big yard, really good yard.
Now, do some guys come to work, Chad, and say, okay, I want to double bag it today, or is that just something you assign? How do you or do you have to identify who can actually pull it off and do it well? You're kind of like your own head coach of your team.
That's right, yeah. So we run them through training, kind of get feedback from the other caddies that have been here for a long time, the other members that they're going out with. Just get feedback from them, and we'll move them into double bags when we feel comfortable. Everybody out here starts with one bag, so until we get comfortable with them, that's when we start rolling with double bags, and that's when they start making a lot of money.
See if they can make it up that hill at 15. That's how you really pass the test.
That's right. 10 is a big one. 15 has actually dropped down 20 feet over the last few years, so they're very fortunate there. Back when I caddied, it was a heck of a hill, like you know. But 10 is the caddy killer, is what we call it now.
We are joined by Chad Baker, who the title Caddy Master I love, but I'm told it is Director of Outside Operations, and does a fantastic job. And I want to ask you, about being a caddy. What are the top characteristics of some of the top caddies that you are working with?
Big thing for these guys is knowing their players. You got to feel your group out for the first couple holes, really get to know who your player is, what they like, stay out of the way, give your opinion when it's asked. But that's something that we go through with training every year. These guys do a heck of a job out there getting the feel of their player out there and really get to know them. So by hole 3 or 4 of these guys out here that can club their player if need be. Personality is a big thing. Work ethic is a big thing for us. But if you do all those things, you're going to be pretty successful out here.
Chad, is there any truth to the rumor that you teach the 3 main things of caddying: show up, keep up, shut up?
Yes, sir. That's the slogan. That's a slogan for every caddy yard. I've been running that for the last 20 years that I've been here. That's how I learned, and that's how these guys come in and they learn.
That's awesome.
Any fun stories you have for us in all the years that you've been out here? What's something you can share on air here?
I don't know if I can share any of the good stories on air here. We've got a lot of them.
Everybody tip good this week? Did they get some? Not that you would give me the figures, but were the guys happy, do you think?
Yeah, the guys are always happy out here. These guys make good money. We've got a couple girls in the yard as well. We've moved into, we've worked with the WGA a lot, so we've got some Evan Scholars coming through here. But on the day-to-day, these guys out here making a lot of money.
Okay, so. Pro-Am Day. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you have some celebrities and big names. How do you determine who goes with who?
That's a tough one. Experience is a big one for us. Again, goes back to personality as well. I don't know a lot of these people that come in, but we kind of do our research, see what they might be like, try to personality match the caddy with the right person. That's what we do on the day-to-day, too, and that's what part of my job is, to make sure that we personality match the right people, right caddies with the right players to make sure that they're successful on the golf course. So a lot of it is experience. If you get a high-profile person that comes in, somebody that can do the job, but also their personality is going to match with them and get them through the round and make sure they've got a good day.
So was there a little bit of clamoring for certain guys that didn't bring caddies this week? Was there kind of a little behind-the-scenes draft going on?
Well, these guys, I don't let them see the sheet until day of. Otherwise, yeah, there would be some scuffles out in the parking lot trying to get a bag, make sure that somebody else doesn't show up. But no, we don't release that sheet to anybody until day of.
Which one of the celebrities needed one of your caddies, or how many needed one?
Chris Pratt was out there. He needed one. Rob Lowe, Michelle Wee West, she took one of our club caddies. There were quite a few out there that took our club caddies.
Wow,
So, yeah.
Rob Lowe needed a
I wouldn't have made
local
it more.
caddy.
I wouldn't have made it to hole 4.
Yeah.
Although those aren't staff bags, I don't think so. At least maybe the celebrities were with less clubs, less weight, all that.
When we showed up first thing Wednesday morning, Pro-Am Day, I get out of the car. First thing I see is Anthony, and he says, the one celebrity that I want to talk to is Rob Lowe. And look, Peyton Manning was here. And we just
Hall of Fame.
The list of celebrities was incredible, but Rob Lowe was at the top of our guy Anthony's list here. But
And you made my dream. The dream came true.
it was an incredible Wednesday. But all right.
Dreams are fulfilled out here, Scotty, in many ways.
Yeah, Chad Baker, Director of Outside Services, thank you so much for all you do. What a wonderful week. I'm so glad there's so many people behind the scenes here at the Memorial Tournament and Muirfield Village that we are so happy to highlight throughout these couple hours here on site. And Chad, you're one of them, and you do a fantastic job. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you,
Well
guys.
done,
Thanks for
Chad.
having me.
It's awesome to
Appreciate
have
it.
you and all your entire army of caddies. They're just remarkable. We get to experience that one day on Media Day. We get to feel like pros, and it's mostly because of your people. So thanks.
Good. We've got a really good staff that they do all the work, and I just get to sit back and watch. It's nice.
Well done, my man.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Chad was with us here at Memorial, and that's a cool thing. I mean, I listen, there are a lot of people listening that probably figure that'd be a great job. There's a lot more to it than just huffing and puffing up these fairways.
Have you ever been a caddy?
No, I never have.
Gosh.
I probably should have. It would have been probably a great lifelong job to have.
I feel like you and I need to make some kind of bet where the loser has to caddy for the other guy. And maybe we make that bet right here and right now, Anthony. And how about this? Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
We both think that Scotty Scheffler is going to win this tournament.
Are we hoping that he wins it?
I didn't say hoping.
Yeah.
I think we both put
Yeah.
90% chance that we think Scotty wins today. We also think that obviously Colin Morikawa is the guy who's most likely the best chaser, who's second. So how about this? Caddying on the line, we pick outside of Scotty Scheffler and Colin Morikawa, who is going to be the guy to have after those two. All right, loser has to caddy for the other guy.
Okay.
I'm not talking about
get
for a
one
full
guy.
for a full 18 holes. I'm just saying for one hole, or maybe
A stretch.
let's make it a 3-hole stretch where the other person has to carry the bag of the other person. You would have to do it maybe at Medallion with me, or I'd have to do it over at Little Turtle with you.
Okay.
All right, who is finishing first outside of Scheffler and Morikawa? So that's how the bet is going to work.
Who gets the first pick?
I'm going to give it to you.
You are.
I will let you take the first pick again. Sepp Straka 6 under, Adam Hadwin 6 under, Schauffele 4 under, Oberg 4 under. You
So-
want to go even deeper than that?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, I can if I want to, I guess, but I won't.
You could go Rory at 2.
Yeah.
Maybe Rory makes a Sunday charge.
I'm a little bit concerned with Schauffele's long game right now. He's been putting really well this week, but his long game. But it's a little risky for me to. I'm down to 2 guys. I'm either going to take Ludwig, Oberg, or I'm going to take Schauffele. I'm going to take one of those 2 guys, and I feel like if I give up Schauffele, you're going to just swoop in and grab him. So why don't I just go ahead and be a little risky? I'm going to take Oberg.
Okay, I always want to win bets, obviously, but this one means a lot to me because I really don't want to be carrying your bag around for 3 holes. So I feel like I wouldn't mind starting with a little 2-shot lead in this little bet.
It's not a
And
bad idea.
So I'm going to trust Sepp Straka. Sepp, get it done for me. I don't want to carry Anthony's bag. I want him carrying my bag. So I'll take Straka, and you are taking Oberg.
Yeah.
Okay. That's our bet. That's our bet here on the Memorial Tournament special. I don't want to be carrying your golf bag around, that's for sure.
What if they tie? What happens then?
Then Dan carries both
That's
bags.
right. The Dan double loops. That's it.
Yes.
We'll get Chad back here, and we'll set you up.
Yes.
Outstanding. All right, we got a lot to do. We've got this tournament, obviously, to get through. We've got a little bit about – I do want to hear about your U.S. Open bet.
Yep,
You
it's a big
teased
one.
And I want to hear that, and you'll hear it next as well, live at Memorial on The Fan.
We used to have a billboard with our host's face on it, but only ugly people work here now.
You mama say you ugly, hey!
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ready for an amazing deal? BreezeLine's fiber-powered internet, starting at $19.99 per month, offers the reliability you deserve and security you can trust. Whether you're streaming, gaming, or working from home, we've got all your needs covered with speeds up to 1 gig and our 2-year price lock guarantee. This deal gets even better with 2 free months of internet, free equipment, and free Wi-Fi your way to protect against cyber threats. Act now. Terms and conditions apply. Offer expires July 8th, 2024. Learn more at breezeline.com.
Summer is finally here in Ohio, and the best part about summer is the fresh fruits and vegetables. And the best place to find them, well, it's one of my favorite places to eat. That is Bob Evans, because they're going to make sure they have the farm freshest ingredients right to your plate. They have 3 new salads: the steakhouse salad, the grilled chicken chopped salad, and my favorite, the summer berry salad. Grilled chicken, strawberries, blueberries, pecans, feta cheese, everything you like, it's all there, and it's all fresh and delicious. So go check them out and learn more at bobevans.com.
Oh no, this storm really did a number on my roof.
You need to get that fixed before it gets worse.
I know, but finding a good roofing company is like finding a needle in a haystack.
Actually, there's only one good roofing company you need to know. Nitro Roofing. Family owned, specializing in residential roofing, and they finish the job quickly without cutting corners.
Wow, sounds like they're the real deal.
Absolutely. Call Nitro Roofing today. Use code TheFan10 for 10% off. Call 614-714-5693 or visit nitroroofing.com.
Hey, what's up, Buckeye Nation? It's Cardale Jones. Join me Saturday, July 20th at Huntington Park for the Smiths Cardale Jones charity softball game presented by Monogram Homes and the U.S. Air Force. Come check out former Buckeye greats take on this year's current Buckeye stars such as Emeka Ibuka, Jaden Ballard, and many more. Come see and meet the Buckeyes before they hit the field this fall. Gates open at 5 p.m. Contests and prizes all night long. Home run derby at 6:30 and the game to follow. Tickets available at BuckeyeCruise.com. Why picnic when you can smicknick? Get your $10 tickets now at BuckeyeCruise.com.
Bishop and Friends.
If athletes become employees, does unlimited transfer matter? When you hear Saban say all that he said over the last few years about we need an NFL model, this is the control back.
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
It was a quiet night in Columbus, maybe a little too quiet. Me, Philip Flapper, plumbing detective. I was finishing up for the night when she walked in. Long hair, 2 legs, a couple of arms, a nose, elbows. Pretty standard equipment for this neighborhood. I looked at her, she looked at me, and then we did that thing where we both spoke at the same time. What can I do for you? I'm sorry, that was awkward. We went on to talk about clogs, funny odors, water going down the drain too slow. This is above my pay grade, I told her, and gave her this website, apexpros.com. They're the pros who knows, the kinds of plumbers who don't mind getting their hands dirty. And believe me, what's down those pipes is dirty. Ugh, call the pros, Apex Pros. And that was it. She walked out of my life, using those legs I told you about earlier.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear from Apex Pros. Apex plumbers are the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Who are the people that serve part-time in the Ohio Army National Guard? We are your neighbors and friends. We are your sons and daughters. Our service is providing us valuable job skills, and it pays up to 100% of our tuition. We're proud to serve our state. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service with the Ohio Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard. Aired by the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Meet Abdullah Mahmood,
problem gambling counselor at Maryhaven. More and more people are falling into problem gambling. It can happen so quickly that you don't realize it until you face a crisis. Gambling issues often connect to depression, anxiety, or other addictions. Maryhaven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance. Confidential and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Skies are looking good, nice and clear as you step out the door this afternoon. Temperatures on the rise as well. We're already back to the 70s across the area. We will see highs today in the upper 70s. Columbus topping out at 78. This evening, still looking nice. Skies remaining clear as we head into the overnight. A meteorologist Madison Wright with your Doppler 10 forecast on The Fan.
You're listening to the Memorial Show with Anthony Rothman and Scotty Vegas. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
All right, welcome back to Memorial. I'm already rethinking my choice.
Yes. I can't wait for you to caddy for me.
I have to caddy. And during the break, I said to Scott, do I at least get to play?
Nope.
No. I have to just caddy the entire 9 holes for you. So you have Sepp Straka. You have a 2-shot lead going into the day, and I have Ludwig van Oberg. We'll see. Love to get a little 2-shot swing early in that thing.
And we we went through it. You cannot play, or I guess whoever loses the bet cannot play. You have to carry the bag. And we're doing 9 holes. You have to carry the bag for 9 holes. And I have a lot of bets out there, but I think this is a bet that I want to win more than just about any bet I've placed recently.
At a course of the loser's choosing.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. 9 holes.
That'd be fine.
And you can load up the bag with whatever.
Or
beverages.
Or lighten it up.
Or
with
lighten
whatever.
it.
Yeah. Exactly. You're going to have a little Sunday bag. It'll be a 3-club challenge. You'll have a driver, a wedge, and a putter, and that's it.
Oh, incredible.
I'll caddy you to greatness.
Okay, we've got U.S. Open 1 week away, and here are the betting odds. Scotty Scheffler, the favorite at 3-1. Rory McIlroy, 9-1. Xander, 12-1. Bryson, 16. Hovland, 18. Morikawa, 18. And then you get to Koepka and Oberg at 22-1. I got to tell you, I got a bet in already for next week, and I'm really excited about it. I think the value is fantastic because he's playing so well. I want you to try and guess who you think that would be before I reveal it. I just gave you the top 10 guys as far as the odds. It is somebody from the top 10, and it's not Scotty.
I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, it's not bad to take Schauffele, but I would say him going back-to-back majors after he just won his first one, I doubt you would have done that. So I won't do that. I don't think you're taking any of the live guys because they seem to be all over the place, and now it looks like Rahm may be hurt, and there's some issues there. Who would you take? I don't think you would do Rory because it's hard to trust in a major right now. I mean, you and I have loved Morikawa. I'm going to guess it's Oberg.
Nope.
Okay.
It's Morikawa. It's Morikawa.
Okay.
I think
it was one of those two for me.
A criteria for me making a bet going into the major, they have to be playing extremely well. Yeah. And the fact that Morikawa has multiple majors on his resume already, I just think, and I got him yesterday at 21-1, and he's now dropped to 18-1. I think the value on Morikawa at the U.S. Open is really good. So that's one bet that I've made for next week already.
His iron game is just can be so precise, and he's playing well now. Listen, that's a Donald Ross masterpiece down there. I've not played at number 2 at Pinehurst. I mean, it's been the site of more golf championships than any other course in America. It's unbelievable. And so they're going to be at Pinehurst, this year, then back in 29, then back in 35, and 41 and 47. So you think about some of the great championships that have been won there. Payne Stewart in 99. So that was phenomenal. And then you had a couple of real no-namers, Scotty, though, and I don't want to put that whammy on you, but you had Michael Campbell beating Tiger there in 2005. You had Martin Keimer in 2014, maybe. I'd have to go back that far and see. But you've had a couple guys that have done it, and that's why I'm telling you that course is so different that you may have a deeper pool of guys that could win it.
Nah. I don't think so. I'm not going to go there. I think Colin Morikawa, again, paired with Scotty Scheffler, final day of the Masters, Scotty wins it. Colin Morikawa paired with Xander Schauffele, final day of the PGA Championship, and Xander wins that. I think Morikawa just playing so well coming in. I like it. And by the way, how about the run that we've been on with Americans winning majors lately? Like, it's been wild. It's 5 different Americans. We're talking Koepka winning the U.S. Open. You got Koepka. Then you've got Wyndham Clark. You've got Brian Harman winning the British Open. You've got Scotty Scheffler and Xander Schauffele. So the last 5 majors have all been won by Americans, and all 5 different Americans. I'm going to go with Colin Morikawa to make it 6.
Yeah. Well, listen, you got the top 2 players in the world are American, Scott Scheffler and Xander Schauffele. Rory's always going to be in there. Victor Hovland's in there, and certainly played his collegiate golf here in the States at Oak State. But and then you're going to bring the live guys back in for the majors, so you'll have Rahm back. But I told you, I think he's was it a wrist or something, or an ankle, something? He's fighting something right now.
Yeah, he pulled out of the live tournament this week.
Yeah. Oh wow. What a disappointment to those fans. Those 54-hole shotgun starts. You're not going to have him. But I think Thagala is a guy that everyone thinks, another American that could probably break through at some point. Homa, I think, is a guy that people like to think that can win. And then Cantlay certainly is one of those guys that, every week you feel like he's got a chance. It's interesting because I would have taken, we did this a couple years ago. You and I have done this where we'll draft guys for the next 10 years, or the next 20 majors. And who would be our list of guys?
Yep.
And I will tell you, if guys I took 5 years ago would have been like Justin Thomas, and now I'm not sure I would include him if you only gave me 5 guys. Or even Jason Day 5 years, you'd think maybe. So there are guys that are thinking about.
Would Rory be on your list?
He'd still be on my list, I believe.
For the next 20 majors,
yeah,
you have to get the most major championships. And when was the last time he won one?
2014.
Ooh.
Valhalla, 10 years ago. Yeah, I would probably go for me. The order would go Scheffler, Morikawa, Oberg. I'd still take Rahm, maybe. I'd probably put him in my top 5.
Xander?
And then Rory would get there.
So no Xander.
In my 5?
No Cantlay?
No. I was thinking maybe I would put Zalatoris in there, but he's had back trouble early, so I wouldn't. Spieth and Rory, that's the one. What do you do with them right now? Fleetwood, will he ever get one? You don't know. He's been very good. Sam Burns, Finau comes to my mind. Maybe Bryson. Brooks Koepka, it seems like all these guys that got the guaranteed
Hovland.
money. Definitely. All these guys that got the guaranteed money, you just wonder how sharp they stay, and then they have to come back to and play in a major. So the pressure's off because no one's expecting much, but how tournament razor sharp are these guys that have to come from live back to a major? So if you gave me 5 guys right now for the next
you get 5, I'll take 5.
Okay, if you give me 5 guys for the next 10 years.
Yep.
I don't know exactly their age.
So that's 40 majors.
I'd probably go Scheffler, Morikawa, Oberg, which is kind of a wild card, Rahm and Rory.
Rahm and Rory. Okay. I am going to go Scotty Scheffler as well. I'm going to go Morikawa. Man, it's hard to keep Koepka off
You
this
could take
list.
the 15-year-old kid from Florida, Miles Russell, who was the youngest player in the Korn Ferry Tour history to make a cut.
I think I'll stay away from
I could
that.
give you the
I'll give you Charlie Woods. Gosh, isn't it funny that we don't even include Justin Thomas even in this discussion anymore?
No.
All right, so my 5, I'm going to go Scheffler. I'll go Schauffele.
Okay, so 1 and 2 in the world.
I think I'll go...
Oh, you know what I forgot maybe to take? Maybe?
I think I'll go Hovland, Morikawa, and Rahm or Oberg. Give me Rahm. Okay. Still Rahm.
Yeah. The only guy I forgot I will get your opinion on is Wyndham Clark.
Nah.
It's one and done?
Yeah, you know what? I just don't see the consistency out of him. He hasn't been playing well lately.
He's 4 in the world.
Yeah, but I would say this year he has not had a very good year.
Yeah.
All right, give me your list. You had 5 toughest shots in golf, right?
Well, not toughest shots in golf. I was going to give you the worst things in golf.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you 5, and you need to rank them for me.
Ooh.
Okay. Slow play.
Oh, I hate slow play.
Okay.
I'll leave the course if it's that bad.
Punched greens.
Okay, I can deal with that.
No sand in the bunkers. Crazy windy. You get to the course, and it's just 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Uh-huh.
And then the last one I'll throw in there is the worst 3 words in golf, cart paths only.
Oh, I've had a lot of cart paths only this year, too.
Slow play, cart paths only, punched greens, no sand in the bunkers, crazy windy. Rank them from 1 being the worst to 5.
Worst to me is going to be slow play. Okay. I hate waiting 10 minutes at a tee box. That's the worst. You can't get any consistency. Number 2, I'm not a big walker. Like cart path only to me, that kind of gets me to the point where do I really even want to be out here? Mm-hmm. So that's probably number 2. Number 3, probably the wind. I actually played the other day when it was windy, and that was brutal. And you just it's hard to have fun when you're dealing with the wind. Number 4 would probably be the no sand. I'm not good from the sand anyway, so no sand in there is not going to
give you a better lie.
That means I'm probably going to pull the ball out and drop it anyway.
Free drop.
And the punch greens, I putt so bad that maybe some holes on the green will help my game.
Holes, Jerry, holes.
Yeah. What about you? What would be number 1 for you? Is it slow play?
Cart paths only.
Oh,
You're
okay with slow play.
It's not. You know what? I probably just completely just went full lazy there with the cart paths only because. It's just such a downer.
Yes.
When you think you're going to ride and have a relaxing day, and then it's out and back and up and out and back and up and out and back. Like that to me, it's just bring 8 clubs with you. Where's my laser and all that? It's
not fun.
If you don't have to drive, if you're obviously with people and they can bring your cart up, maybe it's okay. But that one, I hate the wind. I think the wind is. It messes with me mentally. And then you're right, punch greens is probably low. No sand in the bunker is not a huge deal. Just try to stay out of them. But, yeah, top for me would be I'll stick with cart paths only.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm between cart path only and slow play. I mean, the standing on a tee box for 10 minutes waiting for somebody is brutal.
I got a couple of good ones for you when we come back about celebrities and guys you want to play with and maybe some of the strangest things we've seen on a golf course. We'll come back live at Memorial. Scotty Vegas, Anthony Rothman, right here on The Fan.
Bobby Carpenter doesn't have a mullet, but he's knee-deep in mullet energy. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here. And there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game? You've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We always come through for you when you need us to. That's ECO's promise to you. And for AC repair and installation, that means today, not tomorrow. If you have an air-conditioned breakdown, we'll get a tech out to your home today. Or we'll give you a year's EcoFi Advantage membership for free. And make no mistake, we're a repair, not replace company. Our techs are trained to give you all your repair options. Sometimes, though, it just makes more financial sense to replace. And that's where we really come through for you when you need us to. Because we'll replace your AC system same day. No sleeping overnight in a hot, humid house. Or we'll take $1,500 off the cost of your new system and provide you with portable AC units for your bedroom. That's what coming through for you when you need us to means. So if you need AC repair, call ECO for same-day service. We'll get your home cool again. We'll make it happen today.
At GetEco.com.
Hi, Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just a slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Hey guys, Andy Katzenmoyer for Game Day Men's Health. Struggling with low energy, lack of focus, and trouble in the bedroom? You might have low testosterone. Game Day is here to help. They specialize in low T and other treatments just for men, like vitamin therapy, sexual wellness, and weight loss. Best of all, it's quick. Get started in as little as one visit. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan to book your free low T test today. That's GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan.
This is Kelly Burris, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We run a lot of ads about our firm, but often we don't discuss the resources Cordell & Cordell has available for men facing divorce. We provide many webinars and town halls on YouTube that contain a wealth of information, including our Men's Divorce podcast. Visit CordellCordell.com/resources for the latest news and to download our guides.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
97.1 The Fan. Memorial Leaderboard Update.
Good afternoon. I'm Jeff Thidoff. It's the Scotty Scheffler Show. In about an hour, tournament leader Scotty Scheffler will tee off with Colin Morikawa. Scheffler has a 4-shot cushion over Morikawa. Sepp Straka and Adam Hadwin are also there at -6, 4 shots behind Scotty. Scheffler looking for his first Memorial win and his 5th win of the season. The best score of the day so far, 3 under par. Matt Fitzpatrick's working on a 3-hole birdie binge. He is 3 under 5 holes and has jumped to a tie for 11th. Alex Noren is also 3 under today through 9 holes, jump up 11 spots and into the top 20. His score for the tournament, even par. Nick Taylor and Denny McCarthy are both 2 under today. Taylor through 10 holes, +2 overall, tied for 28th. McCarthy through 8 holes, he's +1 overall, tied for 23rd. Jason Day just teed off. He's 1 over after 3 holes. This Memorial Leaderboard update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit them at bmifcu.org.
A show about the Memorial from the Memorial. It's the Memorial Show. How many times can I say Memorial? Memorial. Memorial. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Special, Scotty Vegas, Anthony Rothman, and we are now joined by the 2024 Volunteer of the Year, which is a huge deal, Rex Vandermark. So glad to have you with us. And Rex, you are coming straight from having lunch with royalty with Jack and Barbara.
Yes.
And that's really cool. And you have been a volunteer out here for 22 years. First off, congratulations on Volunteer of the Year.
Thank you.
That's a big deal. Tell us about kind of the perks that come with being the Volunteer of the Year.
I just finished a lunch with Jack Nicklaus. I got to meet him and shake his hand, and that was a true memorable experience.
Awesome. You got the handshake before the champ got it.
I did.
Yeah.
How do you get selected to become Volunteer of the Year?
Basically, at the end of each year, each committee nominates somebody, and then that gets narrowed down to the final 3, and then there's a final pick for the Volunteer of the Year.
Okay.
And you worked in the sandwich factory for many years.
Yeah, that's where I started.
I want to ask you about the sandwich factory because I've seen pictures and I've seen some video of you guys down there. How many sandwiches do you guys make in a day? Because it's incredible.
Well, each shift makes between 5,000 and 7,000 sandwiches on each shift. So it's a lot of sandwiches. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's like, you kind of went from a little bit like fast food to owning the franchise in a way.
Exactly.
Going from what you did.
And,
that's awesome.
And now Rex is the king of the scoreboards, right? And I always thought that was so cool. I actually, at my house, this would be a dream for me. I would love to have one of those like scoreboards where you put up the numbers and stuff and the names and stuff. I think it's so cool.
Maybe you could hire Rex to come over and do it.
Rex, do you volunteer for outside work? No, but Rex, I think it's so cool. So talk to us a little bit about the process of the scoring.
Basically, if we're outside on the boards, we wait for the players to come through our hole. We put the names up for the who's on that hole and how they're doing for the tournament at that time. And then once they're done, take down the name, put up the next group.
Wow. And it's a name plate, or you have to actually put them up letter by letter?
It is letter by letter,
wow.
So you have to be spot on with your spelling.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't want to mess that up, Rex.
You ever mess up any spellings?
No, we double, triple check, make sure they're correct before those players see those names, because you will hear about it if you mess up.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to spell anybody's name wrong. Rex is with us here, proud C-Bus kid, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
So did you grow up coming to the tournament?
Oh, definitely. I started when I was 13 as a junior volunteer. We got the opportunity to come out and play or watch for free and make sandwiches, and that's how I got started.
Is there any place around here that you've been positioned or somewhere that you'd like to? You've seen, because you've seen enough here, and I assume you're going to volunteer again year after year. Is there any other place you'd like to be?
As long as I'm out here on the course, I'm happy. I tell them every year, just put me where you need me. I'm there.
Okay, so there's over 3,000 volunteers, and you are Volunteer of the Year. Talk to us about some of the other volunteer positions that are out there, because obviously you talked about the sandwich maker, and we've got people over there that are selling the bears, and we're obviously raising money for Nationwide Children's Hospital. Talk about some of the other positions and volunteers that are out there.
Well, there's a lot of volunteers that people don't see. There are volunteers that are driving the shuttles, getting us back and forth, people back and forth to the parking lots. There's also one that probably no one has ever heard of. There's actually Cub Care, where the volunteers will help watch the players' kids while they're out here on the course, so the wives can be out here with them.
Wow.
That sounds very serious stuff, right? I mean, you're babysitting the players' kids. That's background check city, I imagine.
How many hours a week as a volunteer? How many hours a week are you guys giving to the course? In
the volunteers do have to do a minimum of 12, but they can do as many as they want. We do have some volunteers that are here every day. Some that do their 12, so they can come out and see the golf tournament. I'm doing myself right around 50 to 60 this week.
What are some of the highlights that have stuck with you, Rex, over the years that you were volunteering either that year or that hole, or something happened that you witnessed that has stuck with you?
One of the big things that always stuck out to me was the honoree ceremony for Payne Stewart. I mean, he was one of my favorite golfers, and such a tragedy would happen to him, but just to have him honored here was truly an awesome experience.
Well, Rex, congratulations. 22 years here as a volunteer at the Memorial Tournament. Very well honored here. Yeah, I'm so awesome. Proud to have you guys on the show, and I'm so glad you got to have lunch with Jack and Barbara, and thanks for joining us on the Memorial Tournament special. So, Rex Vandermark, 2024 Volunteer of the Year. Congrats, man.
Thank you very much.
I've been staring at that pin all through the interview, the Outstanding Volunteer Memorial Tournament pin. Are you the only one wearing that right now, because you are the champion?
No, there are a few of us that have them. A lot of the volunteers, like the 49 Club, who are volunteers that have been here all 49 years of the Memorial Tournament.
Very neat, man. Well, I know you're striving for that too, so good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, Anthony, we talked last segment a little bit about different characteristics in golf. We went through a list of 5 things that we think are the most difficult things to play with. I said slow play is the worst version of golf. You said cart path only, worst version of golf. So we power ranked that. I know you got some other questions.
All right, strangest thing you've ever witnessed on a golf course?
Well, I got to tell this story because you and I were here together for one of the strangest things I've seen on the golf course last year. Now, we weren't exactly playing, but our friend and on-site producer, Jen, was doing a fantastic job producing the show and took a little tumble on the hill behind us. That was probably the wildest thing that I have seen on a course where she fell back backwards. We call it now the Jen Memorial Hill, and we have fixed the problem. We've got now a backdrop, so that was probably the craziest
thing. We have fixed it for that area. We haven't fixed it for the false front here on the left.
There is a false front.
Which is now we may have to add to the memorial railing on this side.
Yeah. All right, what about you? Craziest thing you've seen on the course?
I don't know. You got me now in that visual of the rumble in the jungle that we witnessed there. But it looks like the foliage has come back full, and they've replanted things, and you would have never know. If you didn't know, you wouldn't know, right?
Right.
It's kind of like, in Back to the Future when, what created that valley, remember they talked about it?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, it's a good thing. I think the toughest par 3 in the city is over at my place at Little Turtle, number 13, up the hill. I think it was playing maybe about 190 yards for you and I. You hit it to 4 feet, I hit it to 12 feet, and we both made our birdies.
That's right.
I've never done that with anybody. I've never had that happen. You're lucky to make 3 there, not a 2, and you and I made back-to-back birdies at 13 at Turtle. I thought it was remarkable. I have the pictures. It's unbelievable.
Boy, I'm honored that me making a birdie is the strangest thing you've seen on a golf course.
It's the back-to-back strangeness. That is true, though. Do you have an embarrassing moment on the golf course? I mean, you didn't fall down a hill, but
no. I will say this was years ago, but I always get a little bit of the first tee jitters, where you got people surrounding the first tee and watching. And I did, and this was down when I was out at OU, and I was playing the OU golf course, and I hit the tee shot. It hit a tree, and my tee ball actually ended up behind where I teed off from.
Negative yards.
Negative yards off the tee. And so then I'm asking my guys, like, do I just re-tee? What do I do? No, they wanted me to hit my second shot from behind the tee box, which was about 20 yards from where my initial shot was. So, and of course, that being on the first tee, that was bad news. What about you? Most embarrassing?
I was at the golf club of Dublin playing in a scramble, and that par 5 13th, I think, in my mind. I was with my friend Georgie Boy, and we were in a scramble, so we went up to see where he hit it because he hits a lot farther than I do. And then I'm like, okay, yours is safe. Let's go back and get mine. And as we were going back, we were coming up over that hill at 13. I forgot there was this massive cavernous pot bunker there. And with the incredible, just be lucky I had fast reflexes, I actually, as we were coming up the hill, he was driving. I bailed out. I jumped out of the cart on the fly, landed on grass. He then had to dune buggy that thing down into the bunker, and he's always given me crap for it, but I thought it was a great move by me. I mean, it was Thelma and Louise, man, but I left.
Why? How embarrassing. That's not embarraing. That's impressive.
Maybe more clever, yeah. Impressive. Okay.
It's funny you say that because I actually, this was within the last 2 weeks. I hit a really terrible shot. I had a 4 hybrid off the tee, and I hit it so bad, and I was so angry, and I'm driving the cart, and I stomp on the gas real angry, and I have the club in my hand, and I kind of run into a rock, like a big boulder, and the whole golf cart ends up on top of this boulder, and I'm hitting the gas, and we're just stuck. And it took 4 of us to get the cart off the boulder because it got stuck. But I was so angry. I was like hitting the ground with my hybrid as I was driving, trying to pull away.
Somehow I feel like there's something being left out of this story. I don't know whether there was alcohol involved or something.
Maybe a transfusion or two.
All right, when we come back, we'll set the scene in our final segment for the day out here, the final round of Memorial. Scotty Vegas, Anthony Rothman on The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
It was a quiet night in Columbus, maybe a little too quiet. Me, Philip Flapper, plumbing detective. I was finishing up for the night when she walked in. Long hair, 2 legs, a couple of arms, a nose, elbows. Pretty standard equipment for this neighborhood. I looked at her, she looked at me, and then we did that thing where we both spoke at the same time. What can I do for you? I'm sorry, that was awkward. We went on to talk about clogs, funny odors, water going down the drain too slow. This is above my pay grade, I told her, and gave her this website, apexpros.com. They're the pros who knows, the kinds of plumbers who don't mind getting their hands dirty. And believe me, what's down those pipes is dirty. Ugh. Call the pros, Apex Pros. And that was it. She walked out of my life, using those legs I told you about earlier.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear from Apex Pros. Apex plumbers are the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Score free gifts for the greatest dad this Father's Day at Lowe's. Get 2 free select DeWalt tools with your purchase of a 20-volt max battery 2-pack, up to a $438 value. And get a free Werner 2-foot aluminum ladder with purchase of an 8-foot fiberglass ladder. Visit us in-store or online for more deals you can't beat. Lowe's knows dads. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 6/12. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Common Man and T-Bone are known for many things. And while great radio ain't one of them, shoving food down their gullets is their specialty. Join Man and Bone for Fat Boy Food Tip.
Live at 3 or on the podcast.
Your home for fat. The Fan.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not a rate based on Terry, who keeps and makes the car behind them. Oh no, they're about to. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, what's up, Buckeye Nation? It's Cardale Jones. Join me Saturday, July 20th at Huntington Park for the Smiths Cardale Jones Charity Softball Game presented by Monogram Homes and the U.S. Air Force. Come check out former Buckeye greats take on this year's current Buckeye stars such as Emeka Ibuka, Jaden Ballard, and many more. Come see and meet the Buckeyes before they hit the field this fall. Gates open at 5 p.m. Contests and prizes all night long. Home run derby at 6:30 and the game to follow. Tickets available at BuckeyeCruise.com. Why picnic when you can Smicknick? Get your $10 tickets now at BuckeyeCruise.com.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Meet Abdullah Mahmood, problem gambling counselor at Maryhaven.
More and more people are falling into problem gambling. It can happen so quickly that you don't realize it until you face a crisis. Gambling issues often connect to depression, anxiety, or other addictions. Maryhaven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to Maryhaven.com today.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Broadcasting live from Muirfield Village, this is the Memorial Show with Anthony Rothman and Scotty Vegas. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
All right, about 45 minutes till the final group goes off. Scotty Scheffler and Colin Morikawa. Scheffler trying to bag Memorial here for the first time in his career. Morikawa has won out here for work day, so he's won on the grounds. And then you've got the Canadian, Adam Hadwin. No Canadians ever won here, so he's got a shot. He hung in there, shot even par 72 yesterday. It's not like anybody completely ran away. I mean, Scheffler shot 71. It was just a very adventurous 71.
I think you and I need to stick to the guns of our Wednesday pick, where we both took Colin Morikawa. And how about this? We go big. He's 10-1 right now going into this final round. And I think down the stretch, having Colin Morikawa at 10-1 would be a fun little sweat for a Sunday here.
It would be fun for us to have that. And I'm a big fan of his. You and I both liked him before the tournament. He's been playing really well, pretty steady. He's been scrambling out here. You kind of look at some of his stats for the week. His driving accuracy has always been great, so he's tied for 6th in driving. His greens and reg is tied for 17th, so not all the way up there. But his sand saves, he's made 4 or 5 of those. I said he's been scrambling to about 77% for par, so he could do it, Scotty. Just the math doesn't work out that well when you're trailing Scotty Scheffler. So let's do the math again for you. If Colin Morikawa can go out there and shoot what he did yesterday and what he did on Thursday, put up a 68, which would be fine, then we got to have Scheffler just shoot even par, which, by the way, he hasn't done this week. He's been better than that. So even if Scheffler does what he did yesterday and shoots 1 under, then he's at 11, and our guy has to shoot a 67 on a Sunday at Muirfield, which certainly can be done. It's just that's why the odds are where they are.
Yep. And again, they're 10-1 on Morikawa. Also 4 back is Straka and Hadwin. Straka 18-1, Hadwin 25-1. All right, for everybody who's coming out, and we see so many people coming in now from the shuttle line. It's a perfect day out here at Muirfield Village. I want to ask you, Anthony, for everybody who's coming in, what's the place to be, where you want to head to watch the golf action?
I would go right to 14. I really would. I think 14, it's a busy spot. They've got the suites up there now. It's such a cool hole, and it's just so not a gimme. It looks like a nothing par 4. It's anything but. It's got teeth everywhere. It's that kind of long, skinny green that flows from, right to or left to the back right. And I don't think you'll have too many guys trying to go for it. They try to position themselves, get on, and get out of there with a 4. 4 is an incredibly good score there. And it's always a pivot point in the final round. Now, and then if you want, you can follow them in from there. If you wanted to do that, you can go up 15, which is a par 5, and then follow them in. So I would never recommend anybody walking 18 holes if they don't want to. You want to go right to 14 and pick it up from there. You'd be in a prime spot to see a possible real switch.
And you and I agree on this. One thing that you want to make sure that you do when you're out here as a fan is you want to watch these pros tee off. And
Great
so
point.
I will give one piece of advice. If you get the opportunity to go to the 2 tee box, it's not crazy far from the clubhouse. You can go down 1. You can watch some guys putt on 1. But if you stand behind the pros on the tee box at 2, I think that is a prime location to watch some golf, to watch some of the leaders tee off here in the next couple hours.
So I'm glad you brought that up. We'll do the quick, I'll double down on that with you. If you're coming out here for the first time, you've never been to a pro golf tournament, I'm not telling you not to watch guys putt and chip. I get it. You want to be around the green. That's where they score. But I'm telling you, if you've never seen a world-class professional hit a tee ball, go to 10, stand right behind 10. It's a 480-yard par 4 going up the hill. You'll see a ball take off and keep rising like a plane, and you won't believe what you've seen. You really won't. And so if you get to see a world-class professional hit a tee ball 300-plus yards up 10, that, to me, you're right on the runway. I love that shot. I go there every year.
Well, we're going to sign off, and we're going to go watch some golf, which is going to be a spectacular Sunday. We're going to watch Scotty and Colin Morikawa in the final group. And then our friend Jeff Tito Thidoff and Devere Posey have you for the next 3 hours with Fan Sports Sunday. Anthony, I love this. This has been a heck of a week. 35 hours of live coverage on the Fan here from Jack's Place.
It's been a great highlight. Thank you all for listening. I know you support the tournament, but especially supporting and listening to the show on your way in or what you're doing this afternoon. We'll hand it off to Tito. Enjoy the golf, enjoy the weather, and have a great rest of your weekend live on the Fan.
The 2 most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants. The pervert and the skivvies. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan.
When it comes to your roof, there's really one team to call. Newman Roofing. From the first call to the final nail, our team of professionals will be there every step of the way, answering any questions you have throughout the entire process. So give Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com.
Are you not able to enjoy the summer as much as you want because of joint pain? This is the time of year for being outdoors. It's the best, but not if your knees, shoulders, hips, or back are hurting. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Don't suffer any longer. Non-surgical joint pain relief is here at QC Kinetics. Call them today. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking about lasting pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and best of all, no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's biologics and help restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move, swim, all pain-free. QC Kinetics is under the leadership of former orthopedic surgeon Dr. Mitchell Sheencup, a true pioneer in regenerative medicine. They have locations in Columbus, in both Gahanna and Dublin. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. So go check them out at QC Kinetics/Columbus or give them a call, 380-208-4544.
This is Paige, owner of Awaken 180, with a buzz term for you, GLP-1. The buzz part doesn't mean GLP-1 isn't important. Quite the opposite. GLP-1 is a crucial hormone produced in our gut that regulates blood sugar and appetite. Basically, it helps control our weight. The buzz is because pharmaceutical companies are positioning medications as your only treatment option. But that's not true. Losing weight with Awaken 180 already supports GLP-1 function, and we're now introducing GLP-1 Balance. GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180 addresses the root causes of weight issues by focusing on nutrition, gut health, and sleep. By addressing these areas, your body naturally balances GLP-1 levels, making weight loss easier and more sustainable without lifelong medications or side effects. If you're curious about GLP-1 Balance and how it can work for you, talk with us. Find us online at awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken 180, your long-term solution for weight loss.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every goal, every game, every point, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a game-winning goal in the final seconds of OT or a shot on goal in the first period.
Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause instead,
we got 7.
And here's our number 1.
Sunny Street Cafe, a bright spot for breakfast and lunch.
Now with 8 locations.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And now, through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off BX23S tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Stop by Bain Welker Equipment in Circleville for a test drive and see their full line of Kubota products. Or visit online at Bain-Welker